Your Country 1039 KGRT. Russell Dickerson featuring Jake Scott, and she likes it. And I do like that little groove there.
Time now for the question of the day.
That's right. It is time for our question of the day. And what could our question of the day be? Well, once again, I'm going to keep it kind of simple right here because as we know, every day we all get a little bit older. Yeah, it's something we can't avoid. And sometimes there are things that, we used to love when we were younger, but as we get older and older, we find out that we start liking them a little bit less. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. It could be anything. It could be like, riding your bike. When we were kids, out on our bikes all day long. These days, it just kind of sits there in the corner. Or perhaps some of your favorite TV shows, it's one good thing to watch, your favorite cartoon, but then you're looking at it these days going like, obviously, yeah, it's just not that much fun. Or, there could be just a ton of other things that you start to like less and less as we get a little bit older. I know one thing that was starting to annoy me more and more as I get older, and that's finding out some of my heroes and the people that I know are just, their time has come. And that, to me, is very, very annoying. I found out about a family friend, and then also some of our celebrities that have passed away. I don't know if you've heard about Gallagher yet, great comedian in the 80s there. He passed away recently. So that, to me, is one of those annoying things. That's what I really hate less and less as I get older. All of my heroes keep trying to disappear on me for some reason or another. But I don't know. There's a tons of things that we could go on as. Like I said, we all get older. Things change as we get older. But my question for you, what are some of the things that you're starting to like less and less the older that you get? Go ahead and give me your answers to our question of the day. 575-523-KGRT. That is our Zia Comics hotline and our Zia Comics text line as well, 575-523-5478. You can go ahead and give me a call or send that text message. We're also live on all of our social media pages, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook as well. So if you want to go up to one of those pages, you can leave a comment on our video up there as well. But we are live right now there. So go on. Yeah, go on. Go ahead. Let me know your answer to the question of the day. What are some of the things that you are, starting to like less and less the older that you get? Because, every day, we're just a little bit older, and things like that will change. So what are some of the things that you are starting to like less and less as you get older? Go ahead and let me know your answers to our question of the day. Okay, we are exclusively up on our social media pages right now. So, yeah, looking for that answer because I actually had something in mind a little bit more as I was thinking about this question. Basically, it had to do with vegetables. Yeah, that hasn't changed much. I still like them less and less as I get older. But some of my favorite things that just aren't, as much fun. Like video games. I would play video games every moment that I had when I was a kid, just as much as I was out on my bike. But these days, I play once a week with some friends online and my son. And granted, we have a good time, and it is a great way to let off some steam for sure for the past week. But yeah, just not into it as much. In fact, I don't think I only turn on my Xbox like once a week to go ahead and get that done. But there are a lot of things that kind of go through that as I get older and older. I like less and less, like getting up in the morning. Oh, yeah. See, there it is right there. Just got a text message right here. It says my body. Yeah. When my body starts making noises that I'm not sure where it comes from. I think one night I was just listening and I kept hearing this noise and then realized it was my knee because I just was kind of swinging my leg a little bit. And I'm going like, wow, I did not know my knee could make that noise. But yeah, it is all kinds of things. And I agree with you. My body is another one of those things I start to like less and less as I get older because, you start having to see the doctor more and more as all of that stuff happens. I feel like I'm carrying around a small pharmacy sometimes with all the stuff that, you have to take to make sure that you're healthy. So, yeah, that would be one of those things for sure. But go ahead and let me know what your answers are to our question of the day. What are some of the things that you like less and less the older that you get? Okay. In the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at a few things that are going on in and around the world. Happy news for Spider-Man fans, as Tom Holland allegedly has signed a new contract to star in 3 more Spider-Man movies and a few other appearances and some MCU stuff. So that is actually pretty cool right there. And as I mentioned earlier, Gallagher, the comedian, the guy with the watermelons and the big giant mallet, he has passed away at the age of 76, of course, known for smashing those watermelons on stage. Gallagher suffered multiple heart attacks prior to his death, and he has passed away. And that's really sad. One of those comedians that I used to love to watch when I was a kid. Also, Starbucks Christmas drinks have as much sugar in there as 3 Krispy Kreme donuts and more calories than a McDonald's cheeseburger. So if you want less sugar and less calories, I guess you could have a McDonald's cheeseburger or just eat 1 Krispy Kreme donut. That'll have less sugar in it than some of those Starbucks Christmas drinks. But are they going to be as tasty? Matter of opinion, I guess. And also saw that the baseball glove that was worn by Babe Ruth during the height of his career with the New York Yankees was auctioned off on Saturday for $1.5 million in Louisville. The price is the highest ever paid for a glove. The new owner wishes to remain anonymous, I'm sure. But yeah, that is an interesting piece of history, not just sports, memorabilia, but an interesting piece of history with Babe Ruth right there. And the NFL is going to honor John Madden during their Thanksgiving Day games. There will be a special segments, all 3 broadcasts from NBC, CBS, and Fox. Madden worked for all 3 networks during his career, and of course, very much known for his love of the Thanksgiving games. So that'll be very cool to see as the NFL honors John Madden. Once again, we are looking for answers to our question of the day. What are some of the things that you are starting to like less and less as we get older and older? You cannot beat time. Every day we're going to get a little bit older, and every day probably there's something there that annoys you. You used to like when you were younger, but not so much anymore. You know, like I said, one of the things that annoys me is having to find out about all of my heroes, acting, music, comedic heroes, like a few of the comedians that passed away, that Gallagher passed away. The voice of Batman, Kevin Conroy, also passed away. I found out that he passed away recently, and that annoys me when I find that all of my heroes, that I'm getting up to the age right now where all of my heroes are starting to disappear, and I wonder what kind of hero I'm going to be for somebody's, It's one of those things. It gets on my mind. It really does. But let me know the answers to our question of the day. What are some of the things that you are starting to like less and less as you get older and older? Leave your comments on our social media pages, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Of course, I love checking those answers out throughout the day as people watch the video. And of course, you can always give me a call on the Zia Comics hotline or send that text in to the Zia Comics text line and let me know your answers to our question of the day. What are some of the things that you are starting to like less and less as we get older?